Welcome to the Garage Engineer. Today we are building something that I've needed for a while. I've been wanting to get a side-by-side gator or something in that style for riding around the property, but they cost as much or even more than some used trucks. So what I've decided to do is to modify my lawnmower. So I have a Simplicity Regent 16 horsepower hydromatic drive lawn tractor. It has a 38-inch mower deck, and it has served me very well. This one was built probably in the early 2000s. I have owned it since 2008, and now being 2021, it's served me quite well. How I'm going to make it even more efficient is when I'm riding around the property, I need to carry tools, and it's kind of hard to steer and hold tools at the same time. So we're going to build a rack for the back of the lawnmower. The rack's going to hold, tools, or if I need to carry buckets of dirt around or sand. It just makes it a lot easier that I can drive the tractor around than having to haul it. So I created a rough sketch of kind of what I want to look, but I don't have an exact measurement, so we're going to play this kind of by ear, and we're going to build as we measure. So let's get started. I think it's time to change the blade. I don't think that's how it comes factory. After we got all the pieces cut to length, we began welding. I started by tack welding all the seams, and then came back after they cooled and filled it in with lines of welds at each of the seams. After we got all that welded up, I then cut a bracket for the top and the bottom of the rack. On the bottom bracket, I cut the corners off so I wouldn't cut my legs walking by. I drilled holes in the frames for the tie down. And then I drilled holes for the bottom bracket. For bigger holes, I like to use a smaller bit and then follow it up with a bigger bit to the diameter size that I need. That way it's a little easier and the big bit's not walking around as much. So now we're installing the support arms. I've got them tacked up to the underside of the bed. However, it is a little bit of cattywampus, and that is an official term, cattywampus, of what's wrong with it. So what we need to do is I'm using a ratchet strap as a third hand to help kind of pull it down just a little bit so it stays in place, and that'll give me both hands that I can use to weld the support structures in. So let's get to it. We've got everything pulled out of the paint booth. Everything has 2 coats, and they're pretty much dry, at least dry enough so we can get assembled. Instead of rattle can spray painting the frame, I decided to use what old farmers use, I guess they call tractor paint. This right here is Ace Hardware's version of it. Tractor Supply sells a Rust-Oleum version of it, and they make them in all the different colors of Ford and Mahindra and Kubota and all those different colors to kind of match what you got. I just got a gloss black. So this enamel paint is a lot stronger than just having a rattle can spray paint job on it. But it's not as strong as powder coating, but for what we need, our purposes, is it'll do the job. So next we'll add some weather stripping to the underside of the frame so that it doesn't scratch onto the body of the lawnmower itself. It'll make it last a little longer. So we'll tighten everything up and then we can put it into action. We just need to add a little gentle persuasion to get the things lined up a little bit. That's level. So we're using 3/8" bolts and nuts to hold everything together. So we just get a 9/16 wrench and we'll stick it up behind there, and then we'll get a socket and tighten it up.